Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. I'm not gonna lie, there were certain parts that was interesting and other parts that was just really not needed. Um, and we'll start with Steve, Kayla, and Trip. Now, Trip and Kayla are talking a little bit about Doug in this case and how he's been sent to Bellevue. So he's been sent there for a little bit, and then they're talking about some new program, and they need a face for it. So Steve volunteers, and Kayla leaves for a little bit, and Steve is like, all right, so what do I have to do? Like, what does this entail? You said it was some sort of details, but you didn't go over it. And Trip is just like, you know what? You got to get a flu shot. And Steve was like, yep, nope, I'm not doing it. And I'm not gonna lie, at first I was thinking that they're like, is this alluding to, let's say, something else that apparently you can't say on YouTube? So I didn't know what it was. But when Kayla came back in, she found out that he wanted to sit there and take it, and he was all like, oh, I never had to take it before. I'm as healthy as a horse or whatever, like I'm good. And, Kayla kind of rides him for a little bit. Kind of rising for a little bit, and then Steve was just like, "All right, yeah, I'll do it." He takes the flu shot, and then well, he becomes the new face because apparently people around that age group, it's recommended that they take that shot. Yeah, not gonna lie, this whole scene was somewhat unnecessary. I mean, yeah, it's nice for like a PSA, but other than that, didn't really seem like it did much at all. And honestly, in a lot of ways, it seemed like it was nearly a waste of time. Now, Ava decides to start being annoying because, at this point, Gabby's being annoying, so, let's just sink to her level. So she walks in the door while Jake and Gabby are pretty much about to, play mattress tag, and she gives them some muffins or whatever. So she leaves. Gabby is complaining like usual about Ava. They have they play mattress tag, and Ava decides to call up Philip because apparently she has a lot of damning evidence on Jake. Now, Philip is at Victor's place. Maggie's back. They're talking for a little bit. Nothing super important except for some woman named Summer. Maggie was gone and she spread her ashes somewhere in LA. I don't know exactly the backstory behind that, but she said that, she felt that Summer was at peace. So Philip gets a call. Well, Philip gets a text from Ava, and he meets her in the park. He gets all the damning evidence that he needs. So he he texts Gabby, and Gabby meets him at the park. And Philip at this point is like, yeah, you're fired. Yeah, that whole little keylogger thing, yeah, I know it was you. So at first she's all like, oh, it wasn't me. But, at this point she's like, alright, whatever, I'm just going to sit there and take Gabby Chic with me. He was like, no, you're not actually going to do that at all. What you're going to do is you're going to sign it over to me. Now, granted, this is probably the second time in this month that, first Gabby lost a house. Now, Gabby is going to lose her own company. Well, I'm not a Gabby fan, so I don't really care. But I'm pretty sure people are, and so, cool. And at first, Gabby was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And Philip was like, well, if you don't, Jake can go to jail for a very, very long time. So, guess we're going to get to a crossroads with that. Is the company more important than Jake? Guess we'll find out. Now, Gwen goes on with the plan as far as seducing the judge, and surprisingly, it works. Like, she has a confession tape and everything like that. And she gets him to, agree to the quid pro quo. Now, when Xander was not there trying to convince Justin to go along with it, Justin was like, yo, it's a bad idea for so many different reasons. And honestly, to tell you the truth, here's the thing. Let's say that this guy is corrupt. You don't think that he got in power, like he got to where he got to by being stupid? Like he's not going to sit there and check her for like a wire or anything like that? Well, apparently he didn't. So, yeah. I guess he is that stupid. So yeah, while Gwen is not there doing that, you got Xander's not there trying to convince Justin to, go along with the plan. And, well, eventually he starts to kind of, he doesn't say yes, but you can tell by the look on his face, his expressions and everything like that, that, you know what, most likely he is going along with this plan. And Gwen comes back, and she's like, yeah, it worked. And Justin's surprised. So at this point, Justin goes up to the judge. And, at first he's like, hey, I want to, know what's going on with Bonnie's case and stuff like that, And he's all like, oh, well, I got a lot of stuff that's going on. And, I can't really do it today. So how about, we do it tomorrow. This is after Bonnie got denied, visitors. So at this point, he's like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. You're going to do this right here, right now. So he walks up to the judge, and he's like, you know what? As a matter of fact, why don't you just dismiss Bonnie's case? And Xander's while you're at it. And he's like, why would I do that for? And he pulls out the recorder, and he plays back, the talk between Gwen and the judge. At that point, once he heard his own voice, you could just tell he didn't even actually had a curse. He was just like, and at that point, you knew it was a wrap. Now, I'm kind of just, in a lot of ways, I'm surprised that he would even, honestly, to tell you the truth, I thought it was going to play out a little bit differently. I honestly thought that he was going to be like, nah, you know what, I'm good, like, I'm not even really, like, no, I'm good. I really thought that. I really thought he was going to sit there and turn her away and be like, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna arrest you. Yeah, you're gonna go to jail too. But apparently when Gwen was sitting there talking to Xander and Justin, Gwen was like, he already had a room picked out. Like, he's been doing this for far too long. So, yeah. You had Ava sitting there talking to Jake again. Nothing of really importance. Now, when Maggie got back, Maggie was under the impression of, Chloe being with Brady because Victor said something. Victor told her. But, Brady was like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. That's not happening and stuff like that. And Maggie agrees to talk to Victor. And Brady's like, yeah, let's not talk to him too. Just let just let him know that, we're all on the same page that, I'm not going to really be trying anything with you. Which I feel like, I don't know. I don't think that's going to last too long. I mean, you had Gabby pretty much plotting against Philip while she was in bed with Jake. So I feel like at this point, if he does take Gabby Chic away, Gabby at that point is like, you know what, I have nothing left to lose. So she's going to be sitting there coming at Philip, guns a-blazing. So, yep, it's definitely going to be interesting. And the sad part is that with Philip's jealousy, she doesn't really have to push that hard. And like I said, this episode, I feel like that's about it. I might have missed like maybe one or two things. But like I said, this episode was interesting because all the good stuff really started to happen towards the end. The Gwen, Xander, and Justin stuff was interesting. And towards the end, when Philip was there about to take the company away from Gabby, you know, that stuff was interesting. The other stuff before then, I mean, Maggie, I mean, it's great that Maggie's back, but it's one of those things where it's like, I guess her and Philip has been on the show for a very long time, sort of like Doug and Julie. But at least they're giving Doug and Julie a story. With Maggie, it's like, alright, cool, she's back, she's a fan favorite, and it's just like, alright. So, is she actually going to be doing stuff, or like, what's going on? Is Victor going to be doing stuff, or what's up? And so having Maggie there sitting around with Philip and Chloe and Brady was just like, I don't know. I guess besides her talking about Summer, which I don't really know too much about, the other stuff was just like, Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank everyone for watching. Be safe. Let me know your thoughts on in the comment section below. See you in the next video.